Hello everybody. Today I start with a new chapter that is static force analysis. Static. We will consider two types of forces, static and dynamics, in this subject. So first we will discuss static force analysis and thereafter dynamic force analysis. As a matter of fact, two types of forces are acting on machine elements: static force and the dynamic force. In static forces, the mass and acceleration of machine elements is neglected and the analysis is carried out. We, as a matter of fact, consider the equilibrium of the mechanical elements or the mechanisms under the influence of static forces. The equilibrium will be considered when the forces are acting by neglecting the mass and acceleration of the elements. That type of force analysis will be carried out under this heading, static force analysis. The body will be in static equilibrium under the influence of external forces without the consideration of mass and acceleration of the element. That is all which we will discuss in this chapter. When we consider the equilibrium, it means the vector sum of all the forces. The vector sum of all the forces acting vector sum of all the forces acting on the mechanisms or the system will be zero. Vector sum of all the forces acting on the system will be zero. And the summation of all the moments, because of the forces acting about a arbitrary point will be zero. The summation of all the forces acting on the system will be zero, and the summation of all the moments because of the forces acting about a particular point in a system is also zero. When these two conditions are met, the system is supposed to be in static equilibrium. So these two conditions should be met for the equilibrium. Vector sum of all the forces acting on the system is zero, as well as the summation of all moments because of forces acting about a arbitrary point in the system is also zero. These two conditions are met. Summation of all forces as well as summation of all moments is zero. Then the body or the system will be in static equilibrium. Normally, in planar systems, the forces are revolved, the forces are considered or resolved along two perpendicular axes, x and y. Then summation x can be written as sigma summation fx is equal to 0 and sigma fy is also 0. And third condition again becomes summation of all moments is also 0. Then this condition can be written like this. Normally the forces can be resolved along two perpendicular axes, x and y. Then F can be written like this. F will remain the same because it is the summation of all moments because of the different forces about a particular point or arbitrary point in the system. Then equation number 1 can be written like this. The only difference is summation of M remains the same, no problem, and the summation of F can be resolved like this. The force can be resolved or can be put along two perpendicular axes like this in planar systems. So this condition must be met for a planar system to be in static equilibrium. Then comes the couple. Next concept is couple. Couple. Suppose this is a system and one force is acting in this direction, that is F, and the other force is acting, which is the line of stroke of this force, that is also F. Equal and opposite forces, equal, opposite and parallel forces. This is the line of stroke of this force, this is the line of stroke of this force, and the distance between them is h. So, equal, opposite and parallel forces form a couple. Equal, opposite and parallel forces constitute a couple. And the magnitude of the couple, T, can be F into H. The magnitude of the couple can be written like this. When two equal, opposite and parallel forces are acting on a system, they constitute a couple, which can be written like this, F into H, where H is the distance between the two forces, as shown here in the figure. So F into H will be the couple. When two equal, parallel and opposite forces act on a system, they constitute a couple which can be written like this. F is equal to, T is equal to F into H. Then comes the sign convention. Sign convention or force convention. What is the sign convention in case of forces? Convention or the force convention. Suppose there are two links. Link I and link J. Link I and link J. They are meeting at this point. So the force exerted or the force applied by link I, that is Fi, force applied by link I on link J can be written like this, Fij. There will be a convention which will be adopted like this. Force applied by link I on link J will be indicated like this. Suppose there are two links 1 and 2, link 1 and 2. The force applied by link 1 to 2 can be written like this, F12. There are two links, link 2 and link 3. Force applied by link 2 to link 3 can be written like this, F23, and so on and so forth. So Fij, as per the sign convention, is the force applied by link I on link J, that is Fij. And according to Maxwell's reciprocal theorem, Fij will be equal to Fji. Fij will be Fji. Force applied by link I on link J will be shown like this, and the same force will be applied by link J on link I, and it will be indicated like this. Fij, force applied by link I on link J, Fij. It will be equal to Fji. That is the sign convention. Now I take a case, simple case. I take a simple case which will show how to find the static force analysis. This is the case of slider crank mechanism. Slider crank mechanism. Slider crank mechanism. It is the slider crank mechanism. Slider crank mechanism. This is the slider. A force is acting from this side on it, which is along the line of stroke. This is link number 1, link number 2, link number 3, and link number 4. That is slider. That is link number 4. This is A, B the crank, that is link number 2, and BC is the connecting rod. You have to carry out the static force analysis for this. Static force analysis for this type of configuration. How to find the static force analysis? So in this type of case or in the static force analysis, first of all you have to draw the free body diagram. Free body diagram. And the free body diagram, we start from here, from the crank. The crank can be written like this. It is just parallel to AB. This is A, this is B. And this is link number 2. So force applied by link number 1 to link number 2 will be shown like this. It will be shown like this. And it will be written as F12. Force applied by link number 1 to link number 2 will be shown like this. It is parallel to the link. This link or this line is drawn parallel to this link. And the force applied by link 1, this is fixed link or the frame, it is indicated by 1, 2, 3 and 4. There are 4 elements. As you have gone through in your previous subject, that is kinematic force and kinematics of machines, the slider crank mechanism is made of 4 or is made of joining 4 links. Frame, crank, connecting rod and the slider. So, first of all draw a line AB parallel to the crank on the plane of the paper like this. And it is known as free body diagram. Free body diagram. Free body diagram. This is the free body diagram. Force applied by link 1 to 2 will be shown. Draw a line representing the crank, and this line is parallel to AB. A force applied on end A will be shown by arrow F12. F12 is the force applied by link 1 to link 2, and equal force will be applied by link 2 to link 1. That force will be known as F12, and that force will be known as F32. F32. F12 is equal to F12 F12 is equal to F32. F12 is equal to the same force is applied by F23 is equal to F32. F32, the force applied will be taken parallel to this connecting rod, that is F32, and F32 is equal to F23, same force, and it will be equal to the force applied by F12. This is the free body diagram of link number 2. Now the link number 3. Consider link number 3, that is BC. That is BC. In case of BC, the force applied at B will be indicated by F23. Force applied by link number 2 to link number 3, that is F23. And here, and the line of action of this force will be parallel to the link number 3, that is F23. And here, this is link number 4, it will be shown as F43. Force applied by this is B and this is C. Force applied by link number 4 to link number 3, F43. And here the force applied by link number 2 to link 3, F23, will be parallel to the link. And this force is also parallel to the link. We are carrying out, or we are making the free body diagram of link number 3, that is BC. So it will be like this. Now consider the forces acting on link number 4, that is the link number 4. This is link number 4. How many forces? One force is acting perpendicular to the line of stroke. That force will be known as F14. Maybe the friction force. This force is acting on link number 4 here. This is the link number 4. We are carrying out the analysis of link number 4. So here, 3 forces are acting. One is acting from 1 to 4, F1 force. And one force is also acting from this side, that force is F. Another force is along the line CB or BC, that is link number 3. So that force will be along BC, and that force will be F34. If we consider the equilibrium of link number 4, 3 forces are acting on it. 3 forces, this is link number 4, 3 forces are acting. This is link number 4. And on link number 4, for its equilibrium, 1 will be F14, that is force applied by link number 1 to link number 4, that is F14. It is known as direction only. The direction will be perpendicular to the line of stroke. That is F14. It is known in direction only. Magnitude is not known. Force number 2, F. It is given in direction and magnitude both. It is given. It will be given in the question paper itself. It is given in magnitude and direction. Because force is a vector quantity, 2 things must be known, magnitude and direction. But here F is given completely. Direction, it will be given Whatever, it could be like this, it could be like this, and it could be parallel to the line of stroke. But in the present case, it is given parallel to the line of stroke. So it is given in magnitude and direction both. It is given in direction only, F14, that is perpendicular to the line of stroke. It will be always perpendicular to the line of stroke. F34. F34 is parallel to BC. F34 is parallel to BC. It is known in direction only. So under the application of these three forces, F known completely, direction and magnitude. F14, it is known in direction which is perpendicular to the line of stroke, and F34, it is parallel to the connecting rod. Magnitude is not known, only direction. So under the influence of these three forces, F14 and F34, link number 4 is in static equilibrium. So we can find the magnitude of various forces acting on link number 4. How can we? So, first of all, draw a line. So I remove it from here. First of all, draw a line equal to F. So this line can be drawn, representing F completely. Suppose I need 100 Newton, so you can assume it or draw it with some stable scale. Then you can say, suppose 20 centimeter is equal to 1 Newton. Then the length of this line will be 5 centimeter. So draw the force F with suitable scale. Then from this and draw a line perpendicular to the line of stroke representing F14. It is perpendicular to the line of stroke. Third force is F34. A line from this end draw parallel to F34 because this force is known in direction only. This force is F34. So there will be a closed polygon. Then this force will be like this, upward, and the loop will be obtained. This is a closed loop, and this is known as force polygon. Initially, this force was known in direction and magnitude, so this line could be drawn. From the end of this line, draw a line perpendicular to it, representing F14. The force applied on link number 4 by link number 1. And from this end, draw a line parallel to BC, representing F34 like this. So, F34, these two forces or line of action of this force, F34 and F14 will intersect at this point. So, it is known as force polygon. With the help of scale, you can find the magnitude of this force, and you can find the magnitude of this force also, that is F34. So, thus, for the equilibrium of the whole system, you can measure various forces acting on various links. F34 is the force applied on link number 3. Force applied by link number 3 on link number 4. F14 is the force applied by link number 1 to link number 4. And F is given in magnitude and direction, both. So you can carry out the force analysis like this. But the question is, what should be the couple on link number 2? That is the question. What should be the couple acting on link number 2 because of these forces? the magnitude of the couple acting on it. Then, in that case, draw link number 2 parallel to link number 2. This is B and this is A. As I told you in the very beginning, F34 is equal to F43 is equal to F32 is equal to F23 because there is no external force acting. So the line of action of this force will be parallel to link BC. So from here draw a line, and this line is F32 and this is link number 2. A line parallel to the line of action of this force, that is F32, will be drawn from here and it will be extended. The perpendicular distance between the two may be measured. Then couple T, that is T2, can be calculated, that is F32 into H. Because as per the definition of couple, when two parallel and equal forces, parallel, equal and opposite forces are acting, the opposite force will be here, they form a couple, and the couple acting on the crank of the slider crank mechanism can be calculated like this. T2 is equal to F32 into H. F32 into H. That will be the couple acting on link number 2. Couple acting on link number 2 will be F32 into H. Or it could be written as, F23 into H. It does not make any difference because F32 is equal to F23 and F23 is equal to F34, which has already been measured with the help of this figure. So you go through the books and carry out the analysis yourself. I think it is sufficient for the start. Thanks.